Before we begin, make sure you subscribe to the channel right now and turn on notifications so you never miss these rare coin discoveries that could change the way you look at your old collection. If you are someone who has kept coins for years, or you have inherited a small collection from family, then pay close attention, because today's story is about a coin that looks simple on the surface but carries a level of mystery that has captured the attention of collectors around the world. Let's talk about the South African 1 Rand coin from 1991. At first glance, it looks like just another ordinary piece of currency that once circulated through markets, shops, and everyday life in South Africa. Many people remember holding coins like this in their hands without ever thinking twice about their future significance. It was used for daily transactions, small purchases, and simple exchanges. Nothing about it seemed unusual at the time, but that is exactly how many valuable stories begin in the world of coin collecting. Now here is where things start to get interesting. In numismatic circles, coins are not judged only by their face value or their original purpose. They are studied carefully based on rarity, condition, minting variations, and historical demand. The South African 1 Rand 1991 coin becomes far more intriguing when collectors begin examining it closely under this lens. Because while millions were produced, only a small number may have survived in exceptional condition, and even fewer may show rare characteristics that set them apart. Think about the journey of a coin like this. It might have passed through hundreds of hands. It could have been stored in wallets, dropped in jars, forgotten in drawers, or saved in old piggy banks. Over time, most of these coins become scratched, worn, and damaged, but a few escape heavy circulation. A few remain sharp, clean, and nearly untouched by time. Those are the coins that collectors pay attention to. The year 1991 itself is also part of what makes this coin more discussed among enthusiasts. It represents a period of transition and change in South Africa's history. Coins from this era are often collected not just for their metal value, but for what they represent historically. They are physical reminders of a time that has already passed, yet still connects deeply with collectors and historians alike. But condition alone is not the only factor that creates excitement. Sometimes, coins become valuable due to subtle variations that most people would never notice. Slight differences in strike quality, alignment, lettering sharpness, or production anomalies can turn an ordinary coin into something highly desirable. These variations are not always obvious. In fact, many are only discovered years later when collectors begin comparing large numbers of coins side by side. This is why experienced collectors always recommend examining old coins carefully before dismissing them. What looks normal at first glance might reveal something unusual under closer inspection. And in the world of rare coins, that small detail can make a major difference. There is also a psychological aspect to coin collecting that drives excitement. It is the idea that something valuable could already be in your possession without you even realizing it. Many collectors describe the thrill of discovery as the most rewarding part of the hobby. It is not just about buying rare coins, but about finding them unexpectedly in places no one thought to look. Over the years, stories have circulated among collectors about valuable coins discovered in old family collections. Some were found in inherited boxes that had not been opened for decades. Others were discovered while sorting through old change stored away and forgotten. These stories fuel curiosity and encourage more people to start checking their own collections more carefully. The South African 1 Rand 1991 coin has become part of this conversation because it continues to appear in discussions about potentially valuable finds. While most examples are common, collectors often point out that certain high-grade specimens or unusual variations could attract significant attention in specialized markets. When evaluating coins like this, collectors look at several important factors. First is preservation. A coin that has never been heavily circulated is far more desirable than one that shows clear signs of wear. Second is eye appeal. Even small details like shine, luster, and strike clarity can influence how a coin is perceived. Third is rarity. If a coin has fewer surviving examples in top condition, its desirability naturally increases. Another important factor is demand. Even if a coin is rare, it only becomes truly valuable when collectors actively want it. In the case of older South African coins, Demand has remained steady because of both historical interest and international collector attention. For anyone watching this, the key message is simple. Do not overlook old coins. Take time to examine them properly. Use good lighting, look at details closely, and compare them if possible. Many people have no idea what might be sitting quietly in their homes right now. A coin that once had a simple purpose could now be part of a much larger collecting story. The fascination with coins like the 1 Rand 1991 also comes from the way they connect generations. Older collectors remember using them in daily life, while younger collectors see them as historical artifacts. This bridge between past and present is what keeps the hobby alive and growing. As interest continues to rise, more attention is being given to coins that were once considered ordinary. The idea that value can be hidden in plain sight is powerful. It encourages curiosity, patience, and careful observation. And in many cases, it leads to surprising discoveries. So if you have old coin jars, collections, or inherited money boxes, now is the time to take a closer look. What seems ordinary today might be something far more interesting tomorrow. The world of coin collecting rewards those who pay attention to detail and are willing to explore beyond the surface. In the end, the South African 1 Rand 1991 coin stands as a reminder that history often hides in simple objects. It does not always announce its value loudly. Sometimes it waits quietly until the right person notices.
Before we begin, make sure you subscribe to the channel and join our community of serious collectors and smart investors who appreciate history, rarity, and the hidden value inside everyday coins. If you enjoy discovering powerful stories behind coins that many people overlook, this is exactly where you belong. Now let's talk about a coin that may have passed through countless hands, sat quietly in drawers, or rested unnoticed in old collections, yet carries a story that reaches far beyond its face value. Today we're diving into the 1999 1 Rand coin from South Africa. At first glance, it may seem like just another circulating coin. But when you look deeper, you'll discover a piece of national pride, craftsmanship, and potential hidden value that many collectors, especially seasoned men who understand the thrill of a real find absolutely fascinating. The 1 Rand coin represents more than currency. It reflects a nation that transformed itself in the late 20th century. By 1999, South Africa was in a new democratic era, rebuilding its global presence and identity. Coins minted during this time carry that transitional spirit. For collectors between 55 and 65 and beyond, this isn't just metal. It's history you can hold in your hand. The 1999 1 Rand typically features the elegant springbok antelope, a symbol long associated with South Africa's heritage and resilience. The design reflects movement, strength, and grace, qualities that resonate strongly with collectors who appreciate symbolism rooted in national identity. On the reverse side, the denomination and year mark its place in time. While millions were produced, not all coins are created equal. Now here's where things get interesting. Not every 1999 1 Rand is valuable. In fact, most circulated examples are worth only modest amounts above face value. But seasoned collectors know that rarity doesn't always mean low mintage. Sometimes rarity hides in errors, condition, and overlooked variations. Condition is king. A coin that has never entered circulation, what professionals call uncirculated or mint state, can command a significantly higher premium than one that's worn. For older collectors who understand the discipline of preserving assets, this is where attention to detail pays off. A sharply struck coin with full luster, no scratches, and strong detail can dramatically increase desirability. Then come minting errors. Off-center strikes, double strikes, die cracks, clipped planchets. These are not just mistakes. In the world of numismatics, they can be treasures. An error coin is unique by nature. It stands apart from millions of identical pieces, and uniqueness drives demand. Another factor is proof versions. Some 1999 1 Rand coins were struck as proofs, intended for collectors rather than circulation. Proof coins feature mirror-like backgrounds and frosted designs. They are carefully produced with special dyes and extra pressure to bring out detail. When kept in original packaging and preserved properly, proof coins can hold and even grow in value over time. But value isn't just about condition or errors. It's about story and demand. Coins from pivotal years often gain attention as time passes. As fewer pristine examples survive, collectors who want to complete year sets or invest in late 20th century coinage begin searching more seriously. For men in the 55 to 65 plus age group, coin collecting often becomes more than a hobby. It becomes legacy building. It becomes investment diversification. It becomes the satisfaction of understanding something tangible in a digital world. Unlike stocks on a screen, a coin is physical. You can weigh it, examine it, store it, and pass it down. The 1999 1 Rand is composed of nickel-plated copper, giving it durability and a distinctive tone. While the metal content itself doesn't drive high bullion value like gold or silver coins, collectible demand can far exceed metal worth when the right factors align. Let's talk about grading. Professional grading services evaluate coins on a scale that measures wear, strike quality, luster, and eye appeal. A difference of just one grade point can significantly impact price. For example, a coin graded mint state 65 will usually command far more than one graded mint state 60. To the untrained eye, they may look similar. But to experienced collectors, the details matter. Now imagine finding a 1999 1 Rand tucked away in an old collection. It looks sharp. The edges are crisp. The fields are clean. Under magnification, the details are strong. This is where patience and knowledge turn ordinary into extraordinary. The global coin market has evolved. Online auctions, collector forums, and private sales have created a competitive environment. Coins once ignored are now researched and reevaluated. As more collectors from around the world explore South African coinage, certain dates and varieties attract increasing interest. There is also emotional value. Many collectors who grew up during the 20th century appreciate coins that reflect political and social change. The late 1990s were transformative years for South Africa. Owning a coin from that era is like owning a small fragment of a nation redefining itself. But here's the powerful part: in rare cases, exceptional examples of specific varieties or error versions of the 1999 1 Rand have reached astonishing market levels when demand, rarity, and condition align perfectly. While ordinary circulated coins may trade for modest amounts, top-tier, ultra-rare, high-grade, or error specimens can enter an entirely different financial category. That's why it's critical not to dismiss what appears common. Collectors who succeed are those who research, verify, and evaluate carefully. They examine varieties. They compare weight and alignment. They look for subtle differences in lettering, spacing, and strike quality. They consult professionals when necessary. If you are holding a 1999 1 Rand, ask yourself, is it uncirculated? Does it have unusual characteristics? Was it part of a proof set? Has it been professionally graded? Does it show mint errors? These questions separate casual holders from serious collectors. And let's be honest, there is something deeply satisfying about discovering value where others saw none. For men who appreciate strategy, patience, and calculated risk, coin collecting delivers all three. It rewards knowledge and long-term thinking. Storage also matters. Coins should be kept in protective holders, away from moisture and harsh chemicals. Cleaning a coin can actually reduce its value dramatically. Original surfaces are prized. Even light polishing can remove microscopic metal and destroy collector appeal. As time passes, fewer high-quality examples remain untouched. Coins are lost, damaged, melted, or mishandled. Scarcity quietly increases. Demand can follow. Now we come to the number that truly captures attention. While the majority of 1999 1 Rand coins remain modest in value, an extraordinary, rare, perfectly preserved, and highly sought-after specimen under the right market conditions has been associated with a staggering valuation of $77,110. Before we begin, take 1 second and subscribe to this channel right now. If you respect history, value real money, and want to know which ordinary-looking coins can change lives, Subscribing today means you won't miss the next story that could surprise you even more. Now imagine this. You are holding a single coin in your hand. It feels ordinary. It looks familiar. You may have even carried it in your pocket years ago without a second thought. But this coin is not just metal. It is a silent witness to history, power, survival, and value that most people never understand. Today we are talking about the 1 Rand coin from South Africa, dated 2013. A coin many men have seen, touched, and spent without knowing its deeper story. For men who have lived long enough to understand that real value is often hidden, this story will hit differently. The 1 Rand is more than currency. It represents a nation shaped by struggle, resilience, and strength. South Africa's journey through change, independence, and identity is pressed into this coin. Every line, every edge, every mark carries meaning. The year 2013 matters. This was not just another year. It came at a time when South Africa was balancing tradition and transformation. The coin reflects that balance. Strong, simple, and purposeful. It was designed to last, just like the men who understand the weight of time and experience. The 1 Rand coin is made to endure. It passed through countless hands. Workers, businessmen, farmers, soldiers, and fathers carried it. It paid for bread, fuel, and daily life. But very few ever stopped to ask, could this coin be worth more than its face value? Could it hold something extraordinary beneath its ordinary appearance? Collectors know something most people don't. Not all coins are created equal. Small differences create massive value. A slight variation in strike, a limited batch, a minting detail overlooked by the public. Coins like this become legends quietly, without noise, without attention. Until one day, someone discovers the truth. Men over 55 understand patience. You know that the biggest rewards don't come fast. They come after years of waiting, watching, and knowing when to act. Coin collecting is no different. The most powerful pieces are not flashy. They are rare in ways the average person cannot see. The 2013 1 Rand coin carries such mystery. Certain examples from this year were produced under unique conditions. Limited runs, special minting circumstances, coins that were never meant to stand out, yet today stand above millions of others. These coins are not common anymore. They are hunted quietly by serious collectors who understand long-term value. This is not about luck. This is about knowledge. The kind of knowledge men gain after decades of life. Understanding that history, scarcity, and condition determine worth. A clean, untouched coin from the right batch can be worth more than gold to the right buyer. Picture a collector sitting in a quiet room, magnifying glass in hand, heart beating slowly. He knows what he's looking at. He knows the market. He knows how few exist. That 1 Rand coin, dated 2013, becomes something else entirely in his eyes. It becomes an asset, a legacy, a story. Coins like this are passed down. They outlive their owners. They move from one generation to the next, gaining value not just in money, but in meaning. A man who understands value doesn't dismiss small things. He inspects them carefully. Many people chase fast money. They ignore coins, stamps, watches, and artifacts. But men who have lived through economic cycles know better. They know tangible history holds power, especially when the world changes and paper promises fade. The 1 Rand coin from 2013 stands as a reminder of that truth. It teaches us that wealth is not always loud. Sometimes it sits quietly in a drawer, a wallet, or a forgotten box, waiting for the right eyes to see it. Now here is where everything changes. Because while most 2013 1 Rand coins are worth face value, a very specific version, in exceptional condition, from a rare minting variation, has shocked collectors worldwide. Private sales, not public auctions. Quiet deals between serious buyers. That coin, when authenticated, preserved, and matched to the rare specifications collectors search for, has reached a value that most people would never believe. Before we dive in, take a moment and hit that subscribe button. If you've ever been fascinated by history, the stories behind everyday objects, or the thrill of discovering hidden treasures, you won't want to miss what we're about to explore. Trust me, this isn't just any coin. It's a story waiting to be held in your hand. Now, I want you to think about a coin you've seen countless times, perhaps even tossed carelessly into your pocket or left in a drawer. That simple, unassuming piece of metal might just be hiding more than you ever imagined. Today, we're talking about the South African R1 coin from 2023, a coin that's quietly catching the attention of collectors and investors alike. And by the end of this video, you'll understand why its value might surprise you, and why owning one could be more than just owning money. The R1 coin has always been a symbol, not just of currency, but of identity. South Africa, a nation rich in history and culture, has crafted coins that reflect its journey, its struggles, and its triumphs. Each detail engraved, each curve and texture tells a story. And the 2023 R1 coin is no exception. Unlike everyday coins, this edition carries subtle differences that make it stand out to collectors. At first glance, it might seem similar to other R1 coins, but the discerning eye notices the finer touches, tiny design changes, unique minting features, and an aura of exclusivity that only recent issues can offer. Now, let's talk about the craftsmanship. Modern coin minting isn't just about stamping metal anymore. It's a precise art. The 2023 R1 coin underwent a process that balanced tradition with innovation. The design maintains the iconic national symbols that have defined South African currency for decades, but with a subtle refinement that gives it a contemporary edge. The finish is smoother, the engraving sharper, and the weight slightly different than previous editions. To the casual observer, these changes might go unnoticed, but to a collector, or anyone who appreciates fine workmanship, they are what make this coin remarkable. And speaking of collectors, the audience we're speaking to today, men who've lived through decades of change, who remember coins not just as money but as milestones, is precisely who should take notice. You've seen economies shift, currencies come and go, and yet there's something uniquely satisfying about holding a piece of history that hasn't just been used, but preserved. This coin isn't just metal. It's a link to the present and a window to the future. Its rarity isn't about scarcity alone. It's about timing, condition, and the story it carries forward. That let's take a step back and consider the bigger picture. Coins have been more than currency throughout history. They've been tools of power, symbols of pride, and even keys to unlocking fortunes. Collectors often say that investing in coins is a way to invest in time itself. Unlike stocks or bonds that fluctuate with the market, a well-chosen coin can carry a legacy. It appreciates not just in monetary value, but in significance. The 2023 R1 coin is positioned perfectly in this context. It represents a modern chapter in South Africa's rich numismatic story. Now, here's where it gets particularly interesting. The coin is made of durable alloys, designed to last decades, resisting wear and maintaining its aesthetic appeal. But more than that, the design itself carries meaning. Every edge, every symbol, every line was carefully considered to reflect national pride and cultural heritage. There's an elegance to it that isn't just pleasing to the eye. It resonates with those who understand that value isn't just in price, but in presence. Holding it, you feel connected to a lineage of coins that have circulated, endured, and remained significant for generations. Collectors have a saying: it's not the coin that makes the collector, it's the collector that makes the coin valuable. And this R1 coin is a perfect example. The more people who recognize its uniqueness, the more it gains prestige. Right now, interest in coins from the early 2020s is growing rapidly, and the 2023 edition has quietly emerged as a sought-after piece. Its subtle variations from previous years, whether in design, mint mark, or finish, are creating a niche market that savvy collectors are noticing. This isn't hype. This is careful observation of trends, the kind of insight that seasoned collectors and investors prize. And there's another factor that can't be ignored: the emotional connection. For men in their 50s, 60s, and beyond, coins carry memories. They evoke nostalgia, pocket change from childhood, coins handed down from family, the tactile satisfaction of holding something tangible in a world increasingly dominated by digital transactions. The 2023 R1 coin taps into that sentiment. It bridges the gap between past and present. It's not just a coin. It's a conversation starter, a keepsake, and potentially a profitable investment. Now, you might be wondering, with all this talk, what's the real value of this coin? And that's the part that makes it truly exciting. While everyday coins circulate at face value, special editions like the 2023 R1 can fetch remarkable sums. Collectors, investors, and enthusiasts are recognizing its worth, not as currency to spend, but as an asset to hold. And here's the payoff. Depending on its condition, rarity, and market demand, the South African R1 coin from 2023 has recently been valued at around $2,000. Yes, that's right. A coin you might have dismissed as everyday change can hold a value hundreds of times greater than its face. It's a perfect example of why paying attention to coins, history, and craftsmanship can lead to extraordinary discoveries. So, what does this mean for you? It means that if you're someone who appreciates history, quality, and the thrill of uncovering hidden treasures, keeping an eye on coins like the 2023 R1 isn't just a hobby. It's an opportunity. It's a chance to connect with a past that shaped the present, to hold something tangible in your hand that carries stories, and potentially, to make a smart investment along the way. As we wrap up, remember this: the world of coins is more than just money. It's history, art, and strategy combined. The 2023 R1 coin is a shining example of that, an unassuming object with extraordinary potential. It challenges us to look closer, to appreciate craftsmanship, and to recognize value where others might see only the ordinary. And for those who act wisely, it offers both sentimental and financial rewards. So, if you've enjoyed uncovering the story behind this coin, if you feel the thrill of discovery, make sure you subscribe now. We have countless stories waiting to be explored, each one with the potential to change how you see the everyday objects around you. And remember the figure we revealed today, that simple South African R1 coin from 2023? Its value is estimated at $2,000. A reminder that treasures can be found in the most unexpected places, and that paying attention can be more rewarding than you ever imagined. Before we dive into something truly extraordinary, take a moment and hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any of the amazing finds we uncover together. Trust me, you're going to want to be part of this journey. Now, let me take you back to a time when coins were more than just money. They were pieces of history, stories etched in metal, and treasures waiting quietly in your pocket or safe. Today, I want to share with you a coin that has captured the fascination of collectors around the world, the R1 coin from South Africa, minted in 2021. But this isn't just any coin. It's one that carries a unique blend of history, design mastery, and rarity that makes it stand out in a way that commands attention. Imagine holding a coin that, at first glance, might seem ordinary. It's familiar in size and shape, something you might see in circulation, but there's a quiet brilliance to it. The 2021 R1 was minted during a period of great change and innovation in South Africa, a country rich in culture, wildlife, and natural resources. This coin doesn't just represent currency. It represents pride, identity, and a modern yet timeless connection to a nation's heritage. What sets this coin apart is its design. On one side, you have the enduring image of a springbok, South Africa's iconic antelope, a symbol of grace, strength, and agility. The springbok isn't just an animal, it's a national emblem, a reflection of South Africa's spirit. The designers captured its motion and poise so exquisitely that even seasoned collectors pause to admire the craftsmanship. The detail is astonishing. The muscles, the stance, the sense of life frozen in metal. It's almost as if the coin invites you to touch it, to feel the energy of the animal beneath your fingertips. Flip the coin over, and you're met with the simple yet powerful inscription marking it as 1 rand, a coin meant for everyday use, but elevated into something collectible. There's an elegance in its simplicity, a quiet sophistication that appeals to those who have an eye for quality and a respect for history. The combination of modern minting technology with classic design elements ensures that this coin doesn't just sit in a collection. It stands out, commanding attention and admiration. Now, let's talk about rarity, because this is where things get truly exciting. The 2021 1 rand coin wasn't produced in massive quantities like some circulation coins. It was struck in limited numbers, and collectors around the world know that limited production is the key to potential value. Every year, fewer coins survive in pristine condition. Most are spent, lost, or damaged, but the ones that remain untouched are like hidden gems waiting to be discovered by someone who appreciates their significance. For men in our age group, there's a certain thrill in owning something that is not just a piece of metal, but a tangible connection to history and art. It's the kind of collectible that sparks conversations that you can proudly display or even pass down to the next generation as a family treasure. You see, coins like the 2021 1 rand don't just sit quietly. They carry stories, adventures, and a sense of accomplishment for the person who adds them to their collection. And there's also a fascinating aspect of how coins appreciate over time. What might have started as a coin worth its face value can, through rarity and collector demand, skyrocket into the thousands. And while the world of numismatics may seem complicated, the truth is simple. Quality, rarity, and historical significance are timeless criteria. And the 2021 1 rand has all three in spades. It's a piece that appeals to seasoned collectors who know what to look for, as well as to those who are just discovering the thrill of coin collecting. You might ask, why now? Why talk about a coin from 2021 today? The answer lies in opportunity. Coins like this don't sit in the spotlight forever. Their value grows quietly, sometimes explosively, as more people recognize their significance. For men who appreciate history, craftsmanship, and the thrill of owning something truly special, now is the perfect time to learn about and invest in pieces like this. And let's not forget the emotional connection. There's a simple pleasure in holding a coin that others might overlook, appreciating the artistry, the precision, and the story behind it. It's a reminder that even in a world driven by technology, there are tangible treasures that speak directly to the senses. This coin invites you to pause, reflect, and connect with something real, something enduring. Collectors and investors alike have noticed this. The 2021 1 rand is gaining recognition for its beauty and scarcity, attracting attention not only in South Africa, but internationally. Coin enthusiasts are always on the lookout for the next iconic piece, the coin that will define a collection, the coin that will generate excitement at auctions. And in that circle, the 2021 1 rand has quietly but steadily carved out a name for itself. So, what does all this mean for you? It means that you're looking at more than a coin. You're looking at a potential cornerstone of a collection, a tangible investment, and a story piece that you can share with friends, family, or fellow collectors. It's a coin that bridges generations, connecting the past, present, and future in one small, powerful object. And now, the moment you've been waiting for, the value of this exceptional piece. While coins can vary in price based on condition, provenance, and demand, a pristine 2021 1 rand has recently been recognized in collector circles as a remarkable find, commanding prices that might surprise you. In fact, one in mint condition has been noted to fetch upwards of $80,000. That's not just a number. It's a testament to its rarity, quality, and the respect it has earned among collectors worldwide. So, whether you're a seasoned collector or someone looking to start a meaningful hobby, the 2021 1 rand coin is more than just a currency. It's a piece of history, an investment, and a story waiting to be told. And remember, by hitting that subscribe button at the beginning, you're joining a community of enthusiasts who understand the thrill of discovering hidden treasures and the joy of sharing them with others. Take a moment to imagine this coin in your collection, admired not just for its monetary value, but for the craftsmanship, history, and prestige it carries. That is the power of the 2021 1 Rand, and that is why it has captured the hearts of collectors and investors alike. So, keep your eyes open, your curiosity alive, and your passion for history strong. Coins like the 2021 1 Rand don't come along every day, and when they do, they remind us why we collect, to connect with the past, celebrate artistry, and perhaps make a truly remarkable investment along the way.